In a remote corner of the South Pacific, a place that feels lost in time. Although these waters hold what feels like an endless supply of fish, it's not overcrowded with fishing vessels. The only ones allowed to fish here are the fishers from the community who hold exclusive fishing rights. But how is this possible? How did these communities and the small-scale fishers stand up to the big competition? This story takes place in Raja Ampat, an Indonesian archipelago consisting of over 1,500 islands. The residents are spread out, living in over 85 coastal villages. The people here live in tight-knit communities. Neighbors help each other out, and the children can play around feeling safe. For many island communities in Raja Ampat, fisheries are the primary source of food, income, and is crucial to the cultural heritage of the indigenous people. Fishing is a tradition that has been passed down for generations. They learn to carve their boats from trees found on the island. They learn to fish with gear as simple as a hook on a fishing line. They find the fish by letting nature guide them to the best spots. Abiding traditional rules of the sea that have been passed down for generations, the dispersed people in Raja Ampat have lived in a balance with their natural world. But even Raja Ampat, as remote as it is, wasn't immune to what was happening in the world around it. Driven by the growing demand for seafood, vessels came from far away. They came from other communities, other areas of Indonesia, and even other countries to extract what they could. And a little over a decade ago, the fisheries around this island were decimated by unregulated commercial fishing, poaching, and damaging practices, threatening the lifeline for the people who depend on this fishery. How do you compete against those who don't play by the same rules? How do you win when even winning means different things? In 2018, the communities rose up and changed the course of their story. Village leaders from the surrounding islands gathered with local government officials to come up with a plan to protect Raja Ampat's fisheries. They came up with a plan that worked for both parties. The villages would be legally granted stewardship of their own waters. They were granted exclusive fishing rights and empowered to act as enforcement against illegal fishers. As a community-managed fishery, they can continue to fish sustainably, as their ancestors did, and continue the tradition for generations. Stories like these are extremely rare. Small-scale fishers, especially those in rural coastal communities, are routinely excluded from the conversation on fishery management. Without representation, policies are made that put efficiency over sustainability and profit over people. Many fishers and their families have had to change their way of life, a life full of tradition that has been passed down for generations. We can all do our part to support small-scale fishers. We can support organizations that fight for environmental justice as well as environmental conservation. We can be aware of where our seafood comes from and ensure that it's sustainably sourced, and make sure that you always ask before you buy.